So, this month we are touching on the Hanged Man in the tarot. We've been doing a different card each month, and this month I have chosen this particular card because the Hanged Man is very much about shifting old patterns, breaking free of conditioned beliefs and ideas, and really freeing our mind to see things in a new way. So this to me aligns very nicely with this transition into spring, which is offering us an actual material opportunity to see things change in front of us, and then we can use that as a symbolic reminder for us to be able to see things in new ways. And this could mean breaking free of old thought patterns, habits, things we're hanging on to from the past that are still lingering, because we really want to work on letting go as much as we can as we move into this new season so that we could let things kind of blossom and grow. When we block ourselves with these kinds of ego-driven ways of being in the world, where we're really kind of stuck in our way of seeing things, or really can't break free of these conditioned thoughts, then we really are stuck. And that leads to depression and anxiety and unhappiness. So we really want to be able to live in a more expansive way in the world. And sometimes I think of it almost as looking through a kaleidoscope. There's just so many different ways to see things. And so if we're hammering at seeing something the same way and we can't break free of it, we really need to shake ourselves and really free our minds. And the mind is, as much as it can keep us stuck and drive us crazy with overthinking and analyzing and things like that, it really is a liberating organ in our body that allows us to see things differently when we choose to. So I wanted to offer a few affirmations that you could carry with you this month in the service of drawing in the Hanged Man as maybe an archetype or a symbol for your continuing work as we move through this month. The first affirmation is, I enjoy looking at the same situation from as many different perspectives as possible. Now, whether that sounds like you or doesn't sound like you is really irrelevant. It's just a matter of, if you want to be that person, this is an affirmation that you can work on. I enjoy looking at the same situation from as many different perspectives as possible. The second affirmation I would like to offer is, I value breaking ineffective old patterns. I value breaking ineffective old patterns. Is this a value for you? Is that something you want to work toward? Are you committed to breaking old patterns? Because it really does come down to motivation and choice. A third affirmation, I trust and have faith in the deep essence of who I am. So in order to break free of old patterns, we really have to trust ourselves and know who we are. And you've been doing a lot of that work already over the past couple of months. I trust and have faith in the deep essence of who I am. And lastly, I surrender to the higher design and to God's will. Now, I know God is often a trigger word for a lot of people, so this could be a higher power moment, but it really is a surrender to something greater. So how can we really let ourselves go and not get attached to outcomes or things, or feel like we have to control things, right? This is a way of surrendering our ego and our ability to open ourselves to new ways of being in the world. So I think the Hanged Man is actually a kind of a challenging card, because it really does force us to look at ourselves in a deeper way and to really commit to letting go of things that are not serving us, to be less righteous, to feel like we have to be right in every situation. So what kinds of patterns can you break? What kinds of things can you release as we move through this month? And how can we, in this theme of cleansing and letting go and really just shedding what we don't need, maybe do an inventory, and holding the Hanged Man as your symbolism and your archetypal representation of that work. So I hope this is helpful, and I look forward to hearing your thoughts and your outcomes.